Hello, my name is Eyebrows and I'm going to be hosting this video. Okay, I'm getting very distracted. I feel like I'm crooked also. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sure. Hello and welcome back to the Anti-Beauty Guru channel. Here we are today playing with our faces again. Today is going to be a video all about the brand new Picante palette by KARITY. I've been super excited about this. Definitely some of the popular colors right now with the warm cranberries, the yellows, the browns, the very like fall type colors. I have purchased KARITY palettes in the past before. I also have their 21 shades of matte, which is kind of like this very colorful, lots of bold colors, which I do really like. And they're relatively inexpensive, so that's another thing that is a plus. I originally saw this company on Instagram, I believe, and I used to be so good about not being sucked into the Instagram ads. And then there's just been so many, and it seems to be extremely tailored to the things that I look at and I like, which freaks me out too. So I'm constantly clicking on them now, which really bothers me actually. But it also brought me to their website, which I feel like has had some really cool stuff. And like I said, their stuff is relatively inexpensive. This palette originally retailed for $29.99, but it was on sale for $19.99. So, I mean, how do you pass that up? So I bought this little guy, it showed up a couple days ago, and we're gonna try it out today. Hence the reason why I look a little and don't have anything except my base, my wild eyebrows, and the rest of it. Also trying something new out today with my eyebrows. It's called Aggressive. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Got these little wispies that will just not, just sit down. So first off, I love this packaging. I know packaging doesn't mean anything about the product at all, but I do think it is very aesthetically pleasing. But this I feel like is super like fancy looking. It kind of matches my nails. Ooh, how pretty. On the back of the box, there's like all the shade names. It has a little blurb about the palette itself. 21 warm and vibrant eyeshadows. Spice up your life. Yes, I need that. Let's do it. It's cruelty free and has the ingredients on the back as well. So let's just pop it open and get going. I did open this palette when I got it just to see it and get really excited about it, but I haven't touched anything, I haven't swatched anything. So we're gonna kind of go over all that on camera and see how it goes. This is the actual palette here. It's out of the box now. It has all the same exact stuff on the box as it does on the palette itself, so that's kind of cool. But I believe these also have the shade names listed under, yeah, I love that. Why are there palettes that don't even have like the shade names listed next? Like how hard is that actually to do? Like is it really that complicated? Like just do it, because when I'm doing stuff like this, I'm just like, oh look, I'm picking this peach shade or this reddish brownish shade. I mean, it just makes you sound stupid. So let's get into actually, I don't really know what I'm gonna do for my eye look today. I kind of just make it up all the time, which is a theme for this channel. I feel like it needs to be a little bold to calm down my eyebrows because they got a little much. So we need to balance that out for sure. So maybe we'll do something dramatic. So I think as far as swatches go, we will do row by row. So I'll do like this top row first, just so we can kind of, we'll start here, end here, and see how that goes. We all know how good I am at swatching things. So this is Delilah and this is Fearless. This next one is Dune. Ooh, which is like a pretty like poopy orange color. This next one is Embers. Ooh, yes. This is Pimento. So far they feel pretty creamy. This is Bronzed. Oh, that's a pretty color, look at that. This one is Mornin'. And I feel like my camera is now not wanting to focus. What's happening? Morning. On to the second row. This is Sunrise. There's Abby. This is Fuego. Ooh. This next one is Harvest. What is going on? This is Haley. This next one I don't really know know if I'll be able to pronounce very well. Flamenco. Ooh, that's nice too. Wow, that Swatches trash. This next one is Fahrenheit, and that is row 2. First in the third row is Spicy. Next one is Passion. Another one I don't know if I'll be able to pronounce very well. Epice? I'm sorry. It's this pretty plum purple one. This next one is Sass. And we have Flora. Ooh, it's like a deep purple color. What is happening? Can you please focus? And we have Aish. Like Yeesh. Aish. Our final color is Bittersweet. It's nice deep brown. Also a terrible swatch, but I don't know. So those were the swatches. All 21 shades. Pretty awesome. I do love the color story. I feel like it goes together very well. Some of them are kind of similar, like these two are a little similar, and I feel like these kind of swatch similar, the Bobby and Harvest, but we're gonna see how they perform on the eyes. Now we're gonna make something up and hope it doesn't look like garbage. Please focus on my face. I really like that poopy shade too. So I think we're gonna start out with Pimento and use it as like a transition shade in our crease to start. I'm just using a fluffy brush from AOA Studio. So far, I feel like it's blending nicely. It's very buildable. Haven't screwed up so far. Okay, so maybe we're gonna take Flamenco and we're gonna put that on the lid. Excuse you. So next, I'm going to take Harvest and just blend those two together in my crease a little bit more. I'm gonna go back in with that Pimento color, that first one we went in, and just kind of blend out the top. So many choices. This is too hard. So I think now I'm gonna go in with Fahrenheit, this like shimmery, metallic, reddish brick color. How many other ways can I describe it to you? And I'm gonna put this on my lid. So now I think I'm gonna go into Spicy and kind of put that in the inner corner, no, the outer corner. I don't know if that color is coming off too similarly to Flamenco, but it's not really giving me the payoff that I wanted. Okay, so instead I think we're gonna go in, so I think now we're gonna go in with Bittersweet instead. Ooh, girl, ooh, girl. Clean that up in a minute. Next, because I want to add a little something extra to my lids, I'm going to go over the middle of my lid with Embers. Ooh, wow. I am kind of wishing that there was a little bit of a deeper brown than just Bittersweet, because I would really like to like deepen up the outer corner a little bit more. I feel like if I add any of these other colors that have purple in them, it's just going to muddy things up. So I think just for the sake of trying it, and if it turns out bad, whatever. I'm gonna go in with Passion and maybe try to put that in the outer corner too. So I just went back and added a few of the other colors that I had started with just to deepen up some of the shades. I went back into Flamenco and kind of put it in my crease a little bit more to give a little bit more of a definition. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this tiny little brush and I'm gonna spray with Little Fix Plus and go into Fearless and highlight my inner corner. Now I'm just gonna put like Pimento and Harvest and maybe a little Flamenco like underneath my lower lash line. I think I'm also going to be using an Essence Gel eye pencil in the shade Blue Lagoon. Just going to pop on a little mascara. Haven't decided about putting lashes on yet, but I'll be right back. So I think we're done. I opted out of doing the lashes because the pair that I started putting on was, they were just a little bit much. And then I just finished it off with an ultra glossy lip from ColourPop in Moonchild. And we're done. Overall, I did like the palette. I feel like some of like the winning shades for sure are some of these more like metallic foiled type of shades. Like Embers was like that really pretty gold that I just put like all over the middle of my lid at the end, which is so pretty and super vibrant. And pretty much all the other ones that I had used, like Fearless, and I was torn between like Morning and Sunrise. All the ones that I kept swatching were super creamy, and the formula felt consistent throughout as far as that goes. Some of the matte shades, on the other hand, I feel like I had to blend a little more than I was hoping to. The pigmentation, for example, with like Flamenco, which is a really pretty brick color that seemed to swatch pretty good, I just don't feel like I could really get the color that I really wanted as far as vibrancy on my lid. I feel like they blend together pretty well. I just don't feel like, as far as pigmentation goes, that I was as impressed with some of the matte shades. I don't feel like the matte shadows were hard to work with per se. I just feel like the pigmentation payoff was not as much as I wanted it to be. Overall, I think the eye look turned out, you know, fine. But I think the colors were pretty. I definitely think I'll, have to play around a little bit more with it. I definitely want to play with more of these purple-y shades on this bottom row here more too, and see if maybe those matte shades are any different than some of the more red-toned ones. But yeah, overall it was fun to work with. I'm gonna have to play with it a little bit more, but first impressions, I definitely like the foiled better than the matte shades. But they're still creamy and I feel like relatively buildable, just not as much of that like pow payoff that I kind of wanted. All right, so that is it. That is my tutorial slash review slash first impressions, I don't know, slash everything about the Picante palette by KARITY. Overall, I had fun playing with it. I'm definitely looking forward to using more of the colors in the future. If you guys enjoyed this video or videos like this, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to hang out with me in the future. I hope you guys had as much fun today as I did, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye! My eyeshadows probably don't even match on both sides. I suck at this so much. Do I look spicy to you? Ooh. How do people hair